Now, the one thing that we might all be forgetting in our skincare routines is brain care. But that is what exactly I'm going to be explaining in this video, so stay with me. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chelsea. If you're new here, feel very welcome and do consider subscribing. If you've been here from long ago, thank you so much. I see you. Thank you so much for your support. Now, in today's video, I will be talking about brain care, and I will be pointing out 3 specific things you can do you can add to your skincare routine that are part of taking care of your brain. So recently I was just sitting down and I thought about how this generation, we're really not taking care of our brains as we should, because I was at that point, I was really mentally exhausted and I could not do anything. Literally, my body was, I was well rested, I had slept well, but I was mentally exhausted and I could not move a finger. I did not want to do anything. And I sat down with myself and I asked myself, am I really taking care of my brain? Why is my brain this exhausted? Yet I have slept. I'm supposed to be feeling refreshed. My body is feeling refreshed, yes, but my brain just does not want to think. My brain doesn't want to do anything, And that's when I thought, okay, I think as much as you're doing self-care and skincare, I need to take care of my brain. I need to take care of my brain. So I went and did some research, and I'm here to also educate you guys on ways in which you can take care of our brains. One way which you can take care of your brain is by avoiding head injuries. Okay, now if you are one of those people who hurt themselves without even noticing, have you ever been in the shower or you just sit down and you feel pain, and then you check the part where you're feeling pain and oh, you have a bruise on your leg or your hand, and you wonder, when did I even hurt myself? When did this happen? Yeah, that has happened to me too, and I am sure you can relate. So avoid these small injuries or banging your head on things, hurting yourself. Injuries which you can avoid hurting your head, because your head houses your brain, and these things usually happen injuries to your head, they take very long time to manifest. Like maybe you hurt your brain 3 months ago and then you go to the hospital for a checkup, not even a head checkup or anything, but the doctor just decides to check your head, so you get a scan done and then you discover there's something in your brain which was caused by an injury that happened, I don't know, 6 months ago. I've heard these stories and we hear these things happening in the news every day. So these things actually do happen. Like head injuries, sometimes they do take a long time to manifest or for you to actually feel the pain, but you hurting your head all the time is not good. So please avoid head injuries. Another way you can avoid is by using a helmet when you're taking a boda and do the whatever you want to call it. Please wear a helmet. Please wear a helmet. It's for your own safety, so the safety of your brain, your head, yes, and your brain. The second thing you can do is learn. I remember in primary you used to be told, or even now you're told, hey, you never stop learning. And you used to think it's about calculus and school and all those subjects you learn at school. But it's actually not that. Learning is just knowledge, because things keep coming up, okay? 5 years ago, we did not know about TikTok or Instagram Reels. They came about and now we had to learn about them, you see? So it's important for you to keep learning about things that interest you or just current affairs that are happening in the world, okay? Now I get why our parents like reading the newspaper. It's actually very stimulating for the brain, and the brain likes stimulation. So just read something random, okay? Oh, apparently there was an alien invasion. I don't know what I know it sounds crazy, but just read about it. Just read that article. Just see what it's all about, okay? If you love music, go and listen to past musicians. Go and listen to how an artist's style has changed over time. Go listen to those music critics, those people who rate albums. Go listen to their thinking, go hear what they're saying, okay? So self-study. This is very personal to you. There's so many ways you can self-study. One, it's by reading. You can read. Two, you can listen to podcasts. There are actually people nowadays, there are podcasts for literally everything. Okay, if you want a podcast that's just about, I don't know, extraterrestrial bodies, there's one. If you want a podcast that's just about hygiene, there's one. If you want a podcast that's just about politics, there's one. So listen to podcasts, teach yourself to learn things, not because you're going to be tested on it, not because you're going to sit an exam on it, but just to have that knowledge, just to know. I just want to know. I just want to know. Just have that attitude. I just want to know, okay? That is very, very, very good for your brain. If you like playing chess, chess is also good. If you like, I don't know, there's so many brain games, puzzles, you know them. Just make sure you're stimulating your brain, you're learning. Talk to people who think very differently from you, okay? People who have different perspectives. Just listen to their train of thought, okay? This is very good. Just expose your brain to many, many different things. That's okay. Having conversations with your friends is also very good for your brain. So socialize, talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Listening. Don't listen because you want to respond to whatever they're saying, but just listen to absorb. Just that art of listening just to absorb is very rare nowadays, because we're always listening and thinking about, okay, how am I going to respond to this, how am I going to react to this? But just also practice just listening. Just sit there and just listen. Just speak, enthrall me with your self-knowledge. The third thing you can do to take care of your brain is to take charge of your social media experience, okay? Now, I know we all say social media is such a bad thing, social media this, social media that, but remember that you are the user, and there's so much that's in your control. What is in your control is actually more than what's not in your control. What's not in your control is like the ads, things like that. You can't really help what will come, but what you want to see, the person you're following, the kind of people you're following, the kind of content you're consuming, be very intentional about this. You should not go on social media and leave that app feeling drained. You should feel inspired, okay? Stop following people who you're comparing yourself to, okay? Stop following people who discourage you. Stop following people whose values you do not align with. Social media is really, it's really up to you. Whatever experience you want to get out of social media depends heavily on you. So make sure you once in a while do a detox, take breaks. I know you do this, but also unfollow people, unfollow someone. I feel like we do really get attached to people. Just because I knew you in high school or since primary, I feel like I should just follow you just to keep up with your life, but actually I do not. Are we friends? We are not friends. And following your friends on social media is actually not keeping up with their lives. Keeping up with their lives is talking to them, meeting with them, get to know about them, not through their social media. Social media gives you this false impression that I'm keeping up with my friends' lives. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just seeing what they're doing. So make sure you actually reach out to your friends. So if you were back to my point, if you had someone you used to know and you used to follow, and right now you really don't have anything in common, or you're not friends anymore, and you feel like their content is not aligning with what you want to see or to get out of your social media experience, and follow. Do not be too attached to people. Do not be attached to your past, okay? always remember that if you guys reconnect, you can always follow them back. Literally, the follow and unfollow button, there is no limit to the number of times you can follow or unfollow someone. So you can unfollow them for 3 months, follow them back, unfollow them this year, follow them back. Really, it's up to you. Do not get too attached to the people you're following on social media. Put yourself first. Is this good for my well-being? Is what I'm consuming good for my well-being? Are the podcasts I'm listening to good for my well-being? Are the stories I'm watching good for my well-being? Okay. Secondly, put time blocks. I know most phones nowadays have timers where you can say, okay, I do not want to be using Instagram for more than 30 minutes in a day, because more than 30 minutes I'll just be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and that's not good. Okay. Or TikTok is very notorious. You can say, I'm just going to watch 3 TikToks, but you'll be there for 6 hours. TikTok is a very notorious app, so do put timers and limit yourself. Okay, because when you're consuming on social media, you're not really engaging your brain as much. I'm not saying it's bad. Social media it has its benefits, but you need to have a very healthy relationship with social media. And to do this, you have to be very, very mindful and very, very intentional about following and following the amount of times you're spending on social media, and what you're doing in your dead time. When you're at the bus stop waiting for matatu to come, don't use you know what you want to do? Use social media to distract you. That dead time that you have, you can use it to do something. You can just use it to just be in the moment, just be present, just people watch, look at people walking on the streets, and just be present in that moment. Enjoy the beauty. Enjoy, well, maybe wherever you're standing is not that beautiful, but I mean, just enjoy wherever you are. Be present in that particular moment is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so those are the 3 main things that you can practice to take care of your brain. So curate your social media experience, make sure you're self-studying, and avoid head injuries. Okay, these are things you're probably doing, but I'm just pointing them out so that you can be more intentional, more consistent, and practice them with more intensity, knowing that this is actually very beneficial to your brain. Okay, other things that you can do to take care of your brain, which are very obvious, are exercising. The benefits. Hydrating, the benefits as well. And if you're hydrating because you're taking care of your skin, or also because it's self-care, you're also taking care of your brain. So what else? Eating well, these are things that also sleeping well. Sleep is so important for your brain. Make sure you're getting your 7 to 8 hours. Okay, I see you I've gone to bed, but you've actually gone to scroll on TikTok for 3 hours. You have to change that. Limit. That's what I'm telling you. Limit. Know that this particular time is for TikTok. I've set 1 hour a day for TikTok, and this time should not be when I'm about to go to bed. If it so happens that I was busy today that I did not find time to go on TikTok, it's okay. TikTok is not a priority unless you are a TikTok creator and you needed to get some content out. Stop making TikTok a priority. Are you going to die if you don't get on TikTok for 1 day? No. Okay, so stop prioritizing. Prioritize your sleep. Okay, prioritize your brain. Sleep is good for your brain. You need to sleep well. Another thing, do not oversleep. Oversleeping is also not good for your brain, because there's some biology to it. I don't want to get into that, but just don't oversleep. Sleep the required hours, 6 to 8 hours. Yeah, try to get your 6 to 8 hours, unless it's special circumstances. There's sometimes when we need to sacrifice some sleep. That's fine, but it's not every day. So every other day, make sure you're getting the required amount of sleep, and you're not waking up in between the nights. And I just want to re-emphasize that it is so important for us to invest in our brains as young people. Invest in your brain. Invest in your brain. No? You see how people are just getting paid for consult. You go to the doctors, or you call an architect, an engineer. Consultation fee, you have to pay consultation fee before you even proceed with the next steps, okay? Because these people are using their brains to tell you what they think. Imagine they're just getting paid for giving their opinion, but they're giving their opinion on something they're knowledgeable about because they invested in their brains by going to school and learning about those particular fields. Okay, you see the importance of investing in your brain. Investing in your brain also increases your creativity. We are losing our critical thinking skills as a generation, and critical thinking is so important. It's essential not just in academia but also in life, because as much as on social media people look like they're getting win after win after win after win, there are some losses and there are some lessons and there's some things they go through behind the scenes that they may necessarily not show you, but how they survive these seasons where things are not working out, when things are not working well. This happens to every single person. Every person is going to go through their share of challenges in life, and if you have invested in your brain, you're going to have a healthy mindset as you go through these challenges, and it's gonna make the difference between surviving this challenge and succumbing to the challenge. I'm just saying, invest in your brain, okay? Stop neglecting your brain. Don't just do I'm not saying we don't use our brains, but we're literally doing the bare minimum. And I'm saying go above and beyond. Go above. Your brain is so young. As a young person, your brain is so malleable right now. I was about to talk about neuroplasticity, but I said I do not want to get into biology. So let me just stop there. But in case you really want to know about neuroplasticity, there is a podcast I was listening to that was talking about the power of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is basically like the ability of your brain to develop new neurons every time you learn a new skill. It was being compared in different age groups, and young people like in your 20s, like 18 to 25 there. Whoa, you can really maximize the potential of your brain and set yourself up for an amazing future. Let me not lie. So all I'm saying, invest in your brain, okay? If there's nothing you get from this video, just invest in your brain, okay? Invest in your brain, and also remember to take care of it. So thank you so much for watching this video. You can share it with someone, tell them to invest in their brains, okay? And subscribe if you want more content like this, and yeah, like, share, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for everyone who has been here since before I even hit 100 subscribers. Thank you so much. I wish I could just spoil you, but it's not in my capacity. But I extend my gratitude. That's all I can do for now. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you got a little thing, okay? Invest in your brain, take care of your brain. See you in the next video. Bye.